Hey, good morning. This is a second repairability attempt for Miss Takesha Thomas. It's only about 70 degrees outside, relatively cool. It is 10 o'clock on August 21st. I'm going to go back and look at the temperature for that day. We were told that it was too hot the last repair attempt that we did, and so we came out when it was a lot cooler. The other thing that was said was something about a taco fold or something on the shingle. We just want to make sure that we accurately capture all the steps that we're performing here. So this is a far right shingle. This is a far left tab in the shingle. Our area of repair is going to consist of these two courses right here. I'm going to go ahead and break all the seals here on this on these courses right here. As you can see, it's separating pretty easily. It's a good thing. Something I did notice is that these shingles are extremely stiff. Just double check everything. Let's go ahead and get an overview of what we're working with here, so everybody has a clear idea of before. And we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start removing nails, guys. All right. So I like these pitch hoppers because I can sit and not stress my legs. So just gonna barely lift here enough to get my tool under. Notice no taco folding or anything like that. You can see pretty clearly the during as I just tap this tool in to gently grab the top of the nail. Now notice I'm not going past about 35 degrees. We'll give it a couple taps to see what gravity is hanging on to. Yep, and you can see when this side is okay, but as we get over to this side, you can see where that fiberglass matting is cracked. It's broken, especially right there. That shingle is no longer functioning like it was. All right, let's go on to the next one. All right, you guys got a good before of that. We're gonna, same thing, just enough room to be able to get our tool under. Give it a couple taps to be able to grab the head of that nail and just work it out as gently as possible. All right, same kind of deal. You give it a couple taps. You can see up here on this side and working its way across the shingle, especially over in this area where that fiberglass matting is cracked, it's broken. Go on to the next. Get a good before this. Yep, you guys see the condition before. And we're just gonna show you guys all the steps in this so that there's no miscommunication as far as what's being done. Give it a couple taps, be able to grab that nail head and gently work it out. Just like that. Give it a couple taps just to see what gravity's hanging onto. And you can see pretty clearly up at the top here, especially over here on the center. And going across this right side, you can see where that fiberglass matting is cracked, it's broken. Let's go on to the next one. Let's get a good before that. Yep. And, just barely lift. Most repair guys aren't this careful. See, there's not cranking back on the shingles, not doing any kind of taco folding or anything, just simply lifting to be able to work up under the shingle to be able to grab this nail out. We're gonna give it a couple taps just to see what gravity's hanging onto, and you can see really clearly right here at the top, you can see where that fiberglass matting is cracked. It's broken. The shingle's no longer functioning like it was before. All right, on to the next one up here. Get a good before. Here's our during. Just gonna barely lift up on the shingle. Notice no taco folding going on. And it's cool out. We got our before. And we're just gonna gently work that nail head out. And there's actually two in this one. So I usually don't like to go under because, yep, and just like that. So you can see I'm trying to get this nail head out, and it's actually pulled through. Dig this one out. Just carefully, as carefully as possible. Notice I didn't lift up, didn't crank back, didn't taco fold anything. It's cool out. Give it a couple taps to see what gravity's hanging on to, and you can see really clearly at the top of that one where that fiberglass matting is cracked, it's compromised, it's broken. It's not like it was before. Let's go on to the next. Right here, yep. Got a good before. Here's our during. Just work it out as gently as possible. Give it a couple taps to see what gravity's hanging onto, and you can see really clearly here up at the top of the shingle where that fiberglass matting is cracked. It's broken. It's no longer like it was. All right, let's go on to the next one. Get a good before that. All right, lift just slightly. No taco folding, not cranking back, being extremely careful. Go ahead and just grab the tip of that nail and go ahead and pull that bad boy out. Give it a couple taps to see what gravity's hanging onto. And you can see really clearly up here at the top of the shingle where that fiberglass matting is cracked. It's broken as well. Now it's just out with the old and in with the new. Before I go ahead and put the new shingle in, what I want to do is just clean up my workstation a little bit. I know this video is a little bit longer, but I'm trying to take my time so that I can be as accurate as possible. I'm showing this to the adjuster watching. So I saw us help remove all the nails. Now we're putting the new shingle in. There we go. And everywhere I pull the nail out, I'm going to be putting the nail back in. So lift it just slightly, just enough to be able to put my tool under. Notice I didn't go past about 40 degrees, not even 45. All right. Just lift slightly. Start it off. Hammer it home. Lift just slightly. Start it off. Hammer it home. And you can see these shingles are just degrading with each and every hammer blow. Start it off. Hammer it home. Most repair guys aren't as careful. Most repair guys don't even own a roof snake tool. Let's see. And I use this just so that I don't have to put my fist up under the shingle and lift it up past where it needs to be. All right. 2 in this one. And 2. And last one. Right here. Just make sure I hammer it in flush. And you can see here where same results happened regardless of any kind of temperature change or anything like that. If I was doing this repair, I'd literally have to keep going down to the grounds and replace a shingle here, a shingle there, a shingle here, so on and so forth. We can't put our name on something like this. We would ask that Allstate wouldn't either. And this is the second attempt right here. Same results. This repairability test has failed. And before we shut off, there is something that I wanted to show over here. If I can get the camera to come up here with me. it looks like we have a single tab over here that was a prior repair, and this was a prior repair from who knows when. And you can see the fashion that they repaired it in was just a single tab, but you can see where the two shingles right above it are showing that fiberglass matting cracking. That's actually, like, if you zoom in right here and I poke on it, you can see where that fiberglass matting is actually broken. So water's getting into these shingles right here, and this was a prior repair. This simply just attests to the repairability of the roof prior to anything ever happening. I'm not sure when this happened or when the repair was done, but I do know that you know, this is going to be the result of any kind of repair from this point of whenever this was repaired on. So you know, this is not something we can warranty, especially with how widespread the damage is. It's not something that's going to leave the customer in a pre-loss condition. Thanks for watching.